Welcome back to another piece of content. This is Solo Dolo Talks, and I'm going to be talking about the solar eclipse, April 8th. I really ain't got much to say about the solar eclipse as a whole, but I do happen to think that people's energies could be tampered with when it comes to this solar eclipse. I don't really know much about this whole thing. I haven't done my research on no solar eclipse. If I had to really make an estimated guess, honestly, I think people are cocoa for Cocoa Puffs out here. You know what I'm saying? That this could be affecting people's energy, affecting their psyche a little bit. You know, um, I'm hearing, portals have been opened because of the solar eclipse, that people are just going in certain areas or locations to look at it and stare at it and whatnot. I don't know the significance of that. I really don't. So I can only just guess that this is making people go crazy in the mind and making them do things that put other people in danger. Um, I had a situation that happened around where I live in my local area, and kind of want to address it. And this happened, I believe, April 7th, just a couple of hours right before April 8th, the solar eclipse. Now, it turns out in my local area that an officer was stabbed in the face, right? Another one suffered a head injury after being attacked at a local residence. And I'm going to read you the article that I just pulled up right here. So it says that two police officers in the Galway Township where I live were attacked when responding to a 911 hang-up call Sunday night. Now, a man is in custody and facing several charges, and the two officers are on the mend. It says the officers were attacked while responding to a home on Crescent Avenue 8:30 p.m. to investigate the call. Now, according to the police, the responding officers met the suspect's mother. As they were speaking with her, the suspect, identified as 30-year-old Keith Kimniski, I don't know if I can pronounce the last name correctly, he darted out of the home and attacked the officers. Um, One of the officers said that the lieutenant of Galway Police said this was a complete surprise. And they had body camera footage. It shows the moments where Keith lunges toward the officers. And you can actually find this footage yourself if you look it up. Officer Eric Tarnow, Tarnow, I think, yeah, Eric Tarnow was stabbed on the right side of his face with a folding pocket knife, and a violent physical altercation ensued, police said. He took Keith to the ground, the officer, and along with Officer Hunter Thomas, they fought with the suspect for several minutes until additional officers arrived on the scene. And you know, Galway Township says 5 other nearby departments responded along with EMS crews, and then the officer was taken to, the Atlantic Care Regional Medical Center, where he had to undergo surgery for his injuries. He suffered a cut on the side of his face and is currently in stable condition, the police said. So this happens, this is no coincidence that this whole situation occurred right before April the 8th. And people have their different takes and opinions, their perspectives on what April 8th, the solar eclipse, will bring. I'm not going to apply no scripture to this because once again, I am not sharpened up when it comes to this whole thing. But I definitely feel it in my spirit that that people are that certain people are going through a shift when it comes to their energy, and their whole thought process is being tempered with, right? I think when it comes to the solar eclipse, it's having an impact on how people act, how people behave. Now, let's be honest here. If you go lunging at an officer has a gun, he's armed up, he got a taser, and you're coming at him full force with a pocket knife, you know, even if you're just running at the police officer and you don't have a weapon, the officer can take that as, oh, he's trying to assault me, right? He is a threat, a potential threat. I have to sedate him, right? I have to neutralize him in some way without, you know, unaliving him, right? And sometimes officers, they get to that point where they unalive someone because they are a potential threat. Now, just by you having your hands in your pockets, that's enough for the police to think that you could be a potential threat, right? Now, this was a Caucasian man. Um, you know, the police officers, you know, I'm not trying to bring race into it, but like, you know, I'm a black man myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm melanated. If I were have to done that, to have lunged at a police officer with a knife, I guarantee you I would not be here today. I guarantee you that. I would not be alive. That's for sure. Right? Because we've seen this type of thing happen where there were melanated brothers that were not even a threat, and they got taken out, or they did something that made them a potential threat, but it really wasn't threatening, and they got taken out. You know, in this case, this guy, he charged at the police officer with a knife. The officer had to get surgery. You know, got a huge cut on his face. You know, so I think for the most part, people are not in their right state of mind when it comes to this whole solar eclipse thing. And the new agers that are trying to make it seem all positive and whatnot, they need to sit down, like for real. They just need to shut their mouths and sit down. Because I feel like they don't know what they're talking about. I just feel like they don't know what they're talking about. You know, some people are saying that this is a signal, a huge sign that Jesus is returning. He's coming back sooner than later. Listen, we don't know the time nor the hour. And it tells you that in the Bible. We don't know the time nor the hour. And it's very dangerous to be making those type of statements, to think that you know that Jesus is coming back at this time. You don't know the time. We know he's coming back, but we don't know when. You know? You have all these TikTokers, all these YouTubers on their high horses thinking that they have all the answers. You know? But I'm just going based off what my spirit is telling me. And it's telling me that people, when it comes to this whole thing, they're not in their right state of mind. So, When I heard this piece of news, this happened April the 7th, right before the solar eclipse. I mean, that's not no coincidence. You got people now charging at police officers with knives. And this is happening near me. So that's a red flag right there. You know? And it's really telling of the times that we're in, because you would know better than just to come at a police officer like that, charging at him, and not think that you're not going to be neutralized. Come on now. So it's getting a little crazy, getting a little nasty out here, man. You know, wherever you're at in the world, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe, but at the same time, if you gotta stay dangerous, do that as well. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to share this piece of news, and I really don't have much of a strong opinion on, the whole solar eclipse. Um, during that whole, during from like April 8th to April 10th, I've been trying to pray as much as I can and stay fast, and go on a fast, right? Um, I did a whole intermittent fasting from 3 p.m. of Tuesday afternoon to 12 in the afternoon on Wednesday, right? So that was about over, I think, like about close to 20 hours, I believe, of just fasting. And I recommend people do the same thing too, to stay prayed up, to get on a fast while you can, because it's good for your spirit at the end of the day. It's going to really benefit your spirit, your spiritual health. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to share that news. It's getting crazy. Don't be charging at no police officers. Don't be doing that. Um, so that being said, this is Solo Dolo Talks. Make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm, and I'm out. Peace.